Let's take a look at the traffic, and we begin, of course, on Thika Road. It looks quite a hot mess. As you can see there, it is deep red, or as deep red is the one some introduced. We used to call it magenta, but that is how it looks there, all the way from the Garden City Mall, stretching into town. You can see it there on your screen, all that stretch over there. Look at that. It's quite the mess as well. Remember, we left it in the morning. It was just this area of Pangani up to Madare. Now it stretches way back. Look at that. And then also into Outer Ring Road as you're getting into the Thika highway. That's how that is as well. If you go into Muranga Road, we talk about Kirinyaga Road as well. There's traffic there. Into the CBD around Jamia Mosque. If you're using that area, there's traffic on that area as well. The roundabouts that has University of Nairobi, there is that problem there as well. Utali, Nyayo House, GPO. Look at that. Also on the Haile Selassie roundabout, there is that problem as well. If you go to the Nyayo National Stadium roundabout as well, Aerodome Road is quite a mess. Langata Road is locked up as well. And just looking, in fact, at this picture here, you can see how crazy the traffic is. So there's this road here, this area over here, all of that. Look at that. It's just, you can just tell that indeed it is on Monday. Pondikies, Timor roundabout, there's traffic all the way along Langata Road, Carnival. It gets worse around the bypass area there that branches off into the southern bypass. And then you go into all the way back there, talking about the barracks, Nairobi Orphanage, then it eases off a little bit. But now it's way back up to the Langata Cemetery area. So you can see that right there. And then this other area of Bomas looks okay. But if you come into the area going into Rongai, that's Magadi Road, there's again some traffic on that area over there. So you guys, if you're leaving, if you're leaving the house, mase, kutakuwa na shida kidogo hapo. But that's how that looks, man. It's looking absolutely crazy. And then which other area can we look at? Look at that. Waiyaki Way is also a mess this morning. So if you're living around that area, look at how Waiyaki Way looks like around Muguga Green Estate. If I can just expand that for you so you can check it out. So that's how Waiyaki Way is looking. Look at that. Both sides of the road. So this side and this side. Iko shida. Iko shida hapa. Iko shida hapa. Huh? Imagine, it is 7:25 and there's a traffic all the way from Nairobi School pale kuna shida. So James Gishuru Road pia kuna shida kidogo, but that's just how it looks so far. However, I want to toss it over to our traffic commandant, in-house traffic commandant ambaye anaitwa Kimani Mbugwa. I'm told, Kimani uko wapi? Ring Road? Yes, Kimani is on Ring Road.
Yes.
Well, there you are. Kimani Mbugwa, good morning. What's the situation?
Good morning, Willis. Sisi tuko huku Ring Road, Kileleshwa, tumekuja uptown leo. We want to start over here and show you guys what it looks like huku side the uptown, and we're going to Waiyaki Way. Let me just tell my driver we start moving. Driver Kibet. All right, okay, let's start moving now so that you can see how traffic is. We had stopped kidogo kwa sababu we were missing some good places where, you know, we can just do a slow drive so that you guys can see. So we just stopped kidogo, but now our driver, now we started moving. Now we headed into Waiyaki Way to see how traffic looks. Now I know everybody from Thika Road. In fact, the guys from Thika Road, you're always tagging me to come and cover the traffic on Thika Road and let everybody know that Thika Road is bad. But this is my opinion, and I always say this every morning. If you live on Thika Road, the traffic on Thika Road looks bad on paper. That is all. Thika Road looks really bad on paper, but if you're driving on the main highway, it's kind of a different feel. If you talk to guys who use Mombasa Road, Jogoo Road, and also Waiyaki Way, they will tell you that traffic on those sides, it's very different. The behavior of traffic on those three major roads is very different from guys on Thika Road. Because when you're driving on Thika Road, you have to stop. It keeps moving, but then when you're on those other sides, traffic actually literally stops. Last week we were at that place at Imara Daima, and I showed you guys that the traffic cops literally stopped the traffic. They stopped the cars on the road. That's Mombasa Road, which is a major highway, and they have to stop the traffic. Like, you literally stop your car. But when you're on Thika Road, it's because there are many cars. It's the traffic where it's many cars. Lakini sio ile traffic ati mnasimama. So you guys will have to bear, because even when you're on Thika Road, it doesn't take that long for you to come from the stretch that has the most problems is between Mathare and Pangani. And I told you guys that the problem in that place is because of the zebra crossing at Mathare, at the Delarue zebra crossing. That place is because they have to allow passengers or pedestrians to cross the road in the middle of the highway. That is what causes traffic. But then they're building just an overpass at that place, so you're gonna have to bear for a few months. The project is of course by Kenha. We're not sure why it has taken this long for them to construct it, but you can see, if you got there, you can see they've started constructing the overpass. So the guys of Thika Road, I know the problems. It's a huge problem. But that particular place, the only problem with that place is because of the pedestrian crossing in the middle of the highway, which is a thing. I don't know, that there was a controversy. Some of them said it's because of Delarue. They complained. They said there was going to be a security concern with having an overpass, directly over the currency printing farm, and maybe the Chinese did not have time, to negotiate with them and build an overpass. Maybe they did not foresee the problems that would be caused by having a zebra crossing in the middle of a highway. That is for Thika Road. Now for Waiyaki Way, this is the area where what used to be the Westlands roundabout. You can see traffic has started building up now on this side. Means it's a Monday morning, you can expect not much traffic. When I look at it, it's not the traffic that's gonna give you a lot of stress, but it's gonna slow you down. So if you're headed to a meeting and you're getting late, I think instead of using Waiyaki Way, what you can do, alternatively, you can get into James Gishuru and use Mudhangari and get into Riverside and go down and utatokea uko chini pale Dusit, pale kwa Apo Dusit, around that place, and then you get back on Waiyaki Way. Maybe that's a faster way of getting through this traffic on Waiyaki Way, because I can see it stretches all the way. I can see it goes around Safaricom, even past Safaricom going up, so it means this place is gonna slow you down. It's not stagnant again, which is another problem. Most people don't. Sometimes you might look at Google Maps and see a very deep red color, which means there's a lot of vehicles on the road. But then when you come on the road itself, like for example here, if you look at Google Maps, you're going to see a very deep red because there are cars all the way. They use the Google images to show you the amount of cars on the road, but then sometimes the traffic is moving. It's not stagnant. The worst kind of traffic is where you have to literally stop, and most of those problems occur on Mombasa Road. If you use Mombasa Road, especially the area between Nyayo Stadium and South Sea, I think that, for me, in my opinion, that is the worst place to drive at, because you literally stop and switch off your car and wait for the traffic cops at Nyayo Stadium to open it. Like any places like this, Unaona it keeps moving, but then it's slow kidogo.